What's up, guys, and welcome back to Mon Bazou. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, eventually, I was actually able to relocate the hatchback here to our personal garage. So today, and I really mean this time, we're finally going to be able to start wrenching on the Prinz a little bit. Also, I went ahead and added some royalty-free tracks to our little CD player over here. I just kind of figure that might help boost morale in the garage today. But the first thing that we need to do before we even start wrenching is hop in the truck, and we gotta make our way down to Rogers. There he is. What a guy, what a guy. Looking pretty good, looking pretty spiffy with the bow tie, Raj. I like it, it's a good look. Maybe you could, like, offer me a slight discount on some parts today. I'm gonna be buying quite a bit of stuff. So, in the previous episode, I did eventually get some arms from our garage, and as it turns out, we also had some very rusty rear arms that I didn't see, plain and simple. So I'm gonna buy the nice adjustable ones. We're probably gonna need some sway bars too. I guess I didn't really even think about that. I'm gonna go with these street ones. Dude, I don't even know what I want to do with the Prinz just yet. I don't have a plan per se, but we kind of just need to start buying some stuff for it so we can at least start ripping it around a little bit, you know what I mean? But we'll start here with some more suspension components. Is there anything else over here that we might need? I know we have an ECU, we have a steering wheel. Oh! Also, hey Raj, good to see you again, brother. We have to go over to Antoine's garage so we can retrieve all the other stuff that he has over there. I think he had a left taillight? So maybe we just need to buy the right one. And I know that he had both headlights, so I think we're chilling there. Oh, here we go. The transmissions. We want Manuel. Wait, they're both Manuel. But this one has an LSD. Sounds sportier. Sounds sportier. We'll get this one. I should just be putting the stuff in my truck. I don't know why I'm trying to make a pile here. Next, we're going to need some seats. Those appear to be the same seats. But I think we're just going to have to buy both, and then the rear as well. Ooh, they fold down. That is nice. As far as the other body panels go, I think I'm gonna hold off on that. I did accidentally already purchase a trunk, but I don't think we really need too much else. And then I don't think I'm gonna buy any engine components yet either, because Antoine has an engine. Yeah, I gotta like go over how much we already have. I'm pretty sure he has this engine over there. But I need to like go through what we already have and then figure out what else we need to pick up. But this is a good start. I think this'll definitely get us going. Back at Antoine's, gotta pop open the garage. Let's see what else he actually had in here. Left taillight. Okay, good, because I bought the other side. Yeah, let's not waste any more time. I've got everything loaded up. Let's just kind of go through it once we get back to our personal garage. All right, we gotta make a pit stop here, get some fuel for the truck. We were sitting at about a half a tank. But I'm pretty sure that our dudes here in the gas station also sell just like regular metal looking, like silver bolts, silver hardware. So I'm gonna head inside real quick. Might even grab a maple syrup while we're here just so we don't have to like dip into our personal reserve. Let's purchase one of those and just drink it up right here on the spot. Oh, we had some coffees here still too. Let's have 2 of those. Maybe then we won't need to sleep as soon. Yak, what's going on? We've got Norman back here still. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, and they have 2 of them. Nearly lost the dang seats on the way here, dude. I need to be a bit more careful. But we'll get the ignition cut on the old truck. We shouldn't need the wrench. I can hear the music still playing. That's nice. Let's get all this unloaded and we'll get to work. You guys want to see where those rusty arms were hiding? Not even really hiding. Honestly, they're in plain sight. I'm just blind, I guess. So, where do we even want to start, I suppose? Let's go ahead and grab our impact gun. I might even have to crawl around on our little creeper here. But I think we should just get underneath and start like disassembling all the stuff we don't really want to keep. You know, all those different colored bolts and things. We weren't really planning on keeping them anyway, so we'll just zip them all out, and we can start putting some new stuff in here instead. That dang air compressor, dude, kind of killing the vibe. Oh, this is a bop. This is a bop and a half. If you guys have ever watched the streams, I'm pretty sure I've used this song several times, especially for like racing games. It goes very, very hard. Okay, next order of business. We got to get all the lugs taken out because again, these are all terrible, terrible colored bolts. I mean, pink hardware. It's not it. I gotta tell you guys, I honestly kind of hate OCD sometimes. Like, it really doesn't matter if the hardware is all sorted by color. It doesn't. It makes zero difference whatsoever. But I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. We're also extremely hungry, and we don't have any poutine. But we should have some tater plants ready to go. I ain't even worried about it. It's time to get back to work. Oh, dude, this song sounds kind of creepy at first, but it actually kind of goes hard as well. You'll see. You'll see. Anyways, we've got all the old hardware now taken out. The struts are still in. The brakes are still in. We just have to get new hardware put in the old hardware's place. And I think for a lot of this stuff, I'm probably going to end up using the metal bolts. No. Oh, dude, that's the first time. That is the first time that Mon Bazou has ever crashed on me. Unreal. Question is now, how much of my progress was saved? Because I hadn't saved for a while. Yep. Okay, cool. Well, everything that I just did, I have to do all over again. That is fantastic, man. That is just excellent.
Many minutes later.
We're back, baby. We are back. And things are mostly the same, though I did buy, I think, just 2 additional items this time, that being the front and rear strut bar. Just because we can, right? But all the bolts, all the hardware has been resorted again. Everything is ready to go. I'm guessing it was the music, but I'm gonna risk it again. And turn it back on, just because that literally has never happened to me. I've never had this game crash before. We'll see if it happens again. Hopefully not. But where were we? Now I need to sort of get myself caught back up. We've got all the hardware removed. All the old suspension stuff is taken out. Okay, what we need to do now then is grab this little tray here, and I'm just gonna grab every single metal bolt, and we'll get them put inside the tray, just to make things, you know, a little bit easier on us. Let's get these new arms installed first, so we can kind of correct this horrible angle on our brakes and stuff. Can we paint these? I don't think we can. Usually if we can paint something, it'll say like, yeah, paintable on it, like our ECU right there. So I guess we're just gonna have to roll with the red suspension components. It's all right. Oh, so much better, dude. At least it lines up now. So we've got that one in the rear. We've got this other one on the opposite side. And then we just need our fronts next. All right, I think that should be everything now for the underside of the suspension. So we can get rid of the creeper. Got to pick that bolt back up. Actually, you know what? For the top side hardware, I think I'm gonna swap this out for the black bolts instead. I just think that's gonna look a little bit nicer. Oh yeah, that was a good call. That was definitely a good call. I think that looks pretty dang good. So I think we're actually ready to remount these wheels again. I guess we have to mount them first, and then we'll grab our hardware. The other reason I kind of wanted to use the black hardware up here was I wanted to make sure we had plenty of the silver bolts, since these wheels are silver. You're kidding. You're kidding, dude. We've got all but one. We've got all but one for the wheels. You know what? I'm gonna toss in one white bolt. One of them will have one white one. It's fine. It really doesn't matter. What do we want to try to install now? Maybe the sway bars? Oh, dude, the front and rear strut bar. I need the impact again. I actually have to unzip all these bolts, put the bars on, and then put the bolts back in. It's okay. Oh, and you guys will have to let me know if you prefer this style of garage content for Mon Bazou. Just kind of with the radio on in the background, you know, leaving some clips in a lot longer than I usually would. So now that we have that done, let's grab our rear sway bar, and we'll get that installed right there. We're gonna need some more hardware underneath, but it should just be, I think, 2 bolts for each. We'll have to get back on the creeper. For those, we've got quite a few black bolts, actually, even some more down there. So I'm just going to put that box up there. We'll try to use 2 at the rear, maybe. We'll get those installed. Let's move on now to probably the ECU and like maybe the ABS module. Oh yeah, I kind of purchased that this time around as well. In addition to the new front and rear sway bars. This is probably going to go in the glove box again, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, just one bolt needed. Let's go with maybe a pink one, just so we don't have to waste any of our better colored hardware. As for the ABS module, I think that's just gonna be one bolt as well, but since it's pretty visible in the engine bay, I'm gonna go with the black bolt on that one. There we be. Maybe seats next. Let's do the interior next. I should probably be painting some of this stuff as well, but part of me kind of wants to leave it default for a little while. You know, factory color. We did pick up the 2 not super full cans of spray paint from Antoine's garage. If we need to, you know, use them. Actually, we'll just use them since they're so empty. We'll just use them to get the color code, and then we can go just mix up some new stuff. Kind of like that idea better. For the interior, maybe white bolts. Again, just so we can kind of hang on to the better colored one. So I'm going to use this tray, and we'll see if we can just pick up the white hardware. There we go. That'll probably be enough. Is the rear seat actually just 2 bolts? Because that seems kind of flimsy. There's actually no hardware around the back. Okay. I mean, that works for me. Saves us some hardware. Steering wheel, I want to say that's the big bolts, right? Like the 20 mils? No. No, turns out it's not. So in that case, since that bolt's going to be pretty well hidden, let's just go with the yellow one. Might as well. You're literally not gonna see it. Look at that. You'd have no idea. You'd have absolutely no idea. Okay, interior done. We have most of the suspension stuff done. I guess the only things we have left are the headlights, taillights, and the engine and transmission. So let's try to get these mated together. Or do we have to do that once the engine's... Oh, look at that. Did our radiator hoses and everything. I'm pretty sure now that that is installed, we'd be able to mount this though, right? Okay, there we go, there we go. And it even automatically installs our axles. So that's good, because I definitely didn't see any of those in the store. Question is now, what do we want to do for hardware for this stuff? I suppose black bolts on anything that's super visible, and maybe just white bolts on everything that's not? Just one final bolt, and we officially have the engine and transmission mounted into the engine bay of the Prinz. Dude, that feels really good. But obviously we are still going to need some additional stuff like exhaust. I think, again, kind of going back to wanting to leave this as default or as OE as we possibly can. Probably not going to do the turbo kit immediately. I will eventually slap a Turbski on here, you bet your sweet bippy, but I don't think I want to do that right now. Also, for today, we are going to be rolling around without any other additional body panels. Gives us something to look forward to for the next episode, right? But I think we're pretty much there. So let me just move the creeper out the way, and then we're going to have to head back to the store and try to grab some more stuff. Oh, you know what? He's going to close in like 2 hours, so we got to be pretty dang quick. Let's go see our favorite guy again, Raj. What's going on? Fresh tire smell. Nothing better, he says. Roger, I gotta kind of peruse your parts over here, see what we really need to take home with us. So this is the OE intake. This is the OE exhaust manifold. So let's get that. And we'll get that. We've got turbo intake, performance exhaust. So all that stuff we'd probably want if we were getting a Turbski today. Is there anything else that we might need? I don't want to try to make multiple stops out here. We might actually have an exhaust in the garage right now that we could use. Wait! I shouldn't have... Dude, I shouldn't have used the red stuff. This would have been so much better for a cleaner, like, OE look. That's Koenig specific. But this one, the ITBs, that's Koenig and Prinz. I gotta get it. I gotta get it, dude. Even though we did just buy the OE intake manifold, these are way cooler. They just are. Let's get the OE exhaust manifold mounted up first so we can see what that looks like. But I think we should probably mount up the OE intake manifold as well, just to kind of get a feel for how that looks in there. I don't know. It's hard to beat the ITBs. It really is. I mean, you could beat it, but that would be weird, right? It's kind of hard to believe that we're going to be driving this thing in just a few minutes, but we've got 4 bolts to tighten there on the exhaust manifold, and I think just 3 around back on the ITBs. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that only has 3 holes on it. Okay, perfect. Headlights and taillights, not super important, but I suppose I should just get that out of the way now. All right, this is it, you guys. This is it. First, oh, that's not a programmable ECU. I was gonna say we should probably like change the tune around. Oh, I don't even have a shift knob. Do I have any spares? The shifter from the old truck? I mean, that'll work for now, but we definitely want to get a better one of those later on. Okay. Let's remove the jack stands. Please do not scuff out on me in the garage. That would be so bad and would put such a damper on my mood, dude. Here we go. Hit the ignition. Wow, that's loud. Okay, yep, I forgot the rest of the exhaust. We do have this performance exhaust pipe in here. I wonder if that would mount up okay. Ooh, yep. Sure will. All right, we're probably gonna need some more hardware under there though. Just when you think you're done with the jack stands, dude, there's always something else. Since it's underneath, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the white hardware here. But we need to figure out where these bolts are actually supposed to go. Okay, one here, one on that hanger, and then there's probably just gonna be 1 or 2 on this front one. Oh, and then 2 more. I gotcha. 2 more. And then we're good. Then we'll actually be able to turn this thing over and hopefully it doesn't blow out our eardrums again. Dude, that was very, very loud. Okay, this time for sure, you guys. This time for sure. It's still loud. It is still loud. Why is it so loud? Honestly, why is it so loud still? Oh, I can't rev it from here. I don't understand why it is so insanely loud, but I'll try. If you guys can hear me, I'll try to at least drive it around a little bit. Oh, where's headlights? That's high beams. Dude, I almost can't do it. Like, it's really too loud, I think. Yeah, it's completely blowing all of your eardrums out. How do I make this quieter? A muffler. And I already had ITBs in the shop. Unreal. Yeah, we just need a muffler of some sort. I might even have to steal a muffler off of one of the Koenigs. Yeah, to be honest, I think I'm going to steal the muffler off of the yellow E36 because the one that's on the off-road one, it's a bit too much, probably. But just 2 bolts later, we've got us, come on, hop off the creeper. We've got us a brand spanking new muffler. Gonna have to back this thing up into the garage as well. You guys probably won't believe me, but I'm genuinely not trying to stall right now, okay? I'm not trying to put off driving the Prinz around for the very first time, but I do need to sleep. I gotta eat some poutine, and then also in the morning we're gonna have to drink some delicious maple syrup. But then, after all of that, we will be able to take our car out for its very first ride. Here I am running around trying to get my maple syrup on and make sure I had plenty to eat and whatnot, and I'm forgetting about our boy. Our boy out here starving. He's thirsty as heck. There you go, brother. Sorry about that. Here, let me give you a treat as well. Okay, maybe now I'm stalling. Maybe now I'm stalling a little bit, but this time for real, you guys. Unless it's still extremely loud, but since it's got a muffler, hopefully that's not the case. Okay, that's so much better. It is still kind of loud, but that is so much better than it was. Let's go out for a rip, dude. Sounds kind of weird. I don't know that I like the way it sounds. We're gonna take this down to the post office since it's Wednesday, and we'll try to, you know, pay some bills or whatever. I think it would probably sound better if we put the performance exhaust on it. I think what we have underneath it right now is just like the OE exhaust pipe. So that would probably make it sound better. We'll see if this thing is actually a weapon. I've been told by several of you that this thing absolutely slaps. It goes very, very hard. And even just with the OE engine, ITBs, it does seem pretty quick, so I'll have to agree with you guys on that. It's not bad. It's really not bad. I think it sounds better at idle than it does when you're actually ripping on it. But again, we can hopefully change that. Oh. Okay, well that's garbage. Let's just get that thrown away. There's nothing else in there for us. Alrighty, let's stop in and see our boy Roger. Since we don't have doors on that thing. Hey Raj, what's going on? I'm hoping that we'd be able to deliver this back to our garage. Maybe just by doing something like that. I mean, it works. It definitely works until I take a turn and it flies out of here. It might be okay. We are coming in hot. Dude, I even e-braked around that turn and it still didn't fly out. Oh wait, are the taillights working? Nice. What about reverse? Okay, there is no reverse light. Noted. So I might actually be an idiot. I might have just confirmed that I'm an idiot because I just replaced a performance exhaust with an exhaust that's probably louder because it's a race exhaust. Like titanium, super lightweight, kind of a tingy sort of sounding exhaust, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Kind of hope I'm wrong. It's loud, but does it sound better? Let's take her out for a rip and we'll see. Personally, I think it actually does sound better. But I think it could sound even better still if we get the performance exhaust manifold to go with it. It does do really nice e-brake skids, I'll give it that. The engine bay looks phenomenal with the ITBs exposed like that. I mean, it's cool. I approve. Hopefully some of you guys approve as well. But to be honest, I think that's probably where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.